A royal insider has opened up about the time Princess Diana threw him a 50th birthday party at Kensington Palace.
Yeah, Dickie Arbiter was the first and only member of royal staff that Diana did it for, and he says she oversaw every detail herself. Dickie joins us now with daughter Victoria. Good morning to you both. Well, Dickie, happy birthday. For Diana to do this, she must have been quite fond of you.
Well, I'd like to think so. I don't think she'd ever done it before, and certainly not after I left, after I retired in 2000. It was quite a surprise. I had briefed her 2 weeks before my birthday. I'd been on a planning trip to Washington. She was due for a solo visit there the first week of October. And I briefed her and she said, it's your birthday in 2 weeks. I want to give you a lunch. You can invite 20 people, make sure Victoria's there, and tell me who's coming. And that was it. And I was gobsmacked.
Wow. And so, Victoria, he could invite 20 people. You were at the top of the list, but you didn't want to go. Tell us why on earth not?
Well, I didn't know, to be honest. So, firstly, I'm so glad I made the cut, obviously. But I was at boarding school at the time, and it was a weekday, and Dad showed up at school. And, of course, it was always lovely to see your parents. But if a parent showed up midweek, it either meant somebody had died or you were in trouble. So I was quite panicked when I saw him, and he wouldn't tell me anything. And we were supposed to be going on a school trip to see cats, and I was much more interested on getting on the coach because, of course, you always wanted to be on the back row. That's where all the fun happened. And instead, I was told I was not going to cats, that I was going somewhere else. And I got in the car with my stepmother. My grandmother was over from Zimbabwe, and they maintained a solid silence the whole way into London. So the first I knew anything was when we pulled up to the gates to Kensington Palace, and then suddenly thoughts of cats melted away.
Now, apparently, Victoria, when you arrived, you impressed Diana. What was that story?
Yes. Well, obviously, as a ballet girl, I was at a full-time ballet school. I had been curtsying to people since I was very, very small, and I executed what I hoped would be my finest curtsy for Diana. But it was interesting with her. She had loved ballet. As a little girl, she did ballet classes and tap classes. When she married into the royal family, she became patron of the English National Ballet School. So she understood what was involved in the ballet world. And as I executed my curtsy, she said it was the best one she had ever seen. So as compliments go, they don't come much finer than that.
Oh, I love it. And what a party. Helium balloons with nifty 50 on them. And the cake was in the shape of a brick phone because, Dickie, that's what you carried around the whole time. You have got some great stories. Thank you so much for joining us.
I used to carry a phone around all the time.
Yes.
Obviously became a personal touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate catching up. And we'll catch up very soon because we're hearing all of these stories as they're talking about it online and they're brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll have them back on.
Vicky and Dickie.